I mean, how did you come to write that piece about the Stones and visit them?
I came to write the piece. Well, I was a kind of general writer. I was a feature writer on the Sunday Times Magazine, and I played the guitar. I mean, I've always played the guitar since the age of 12 almost, and I was fascinated by the guitar, and to the point where I wanted to work out how Keith played.
Yeah.
I couldn't work it out. How did he get this sound? Nobody else was playing. I knew all the blues players. I knew all this stuff. I could play, and so I said to the Sunday Times, it's time that I did a piece, and they loved the idea of a piece about the Rolling Stones because it was all about drugs, and if you get the drugs in and Mick Jagger in, then you could get a piece. So I'm going to go and see Keith Richards. I didn't say I'm going to ask him how he plays the guitar. And they'd sort of almost never heard of Keith Richards. They'd heard of Mick Jagger, but he'd never been interviewed. He was too frightening. He was like, you couldn't really approach him. He was like this terrifying kind of crow with a missing sort of black. And anyway, I tracked him down to a rehearsal hall in Rotterdam, I think, and said very timidly and tentatively, I'd like to ask you how you play the guitar, Keith. He said, "Oh, I can tell you about that." He said. He was in the middle of a deal. He had sort of money coming out of his pockets. He was counting it and hair. And
what kind of a deal, James?
Well, in those days, I would use euphemisms. Like I would say he was crushing aspirins under his.
I read that bit. I read that bit. I thought, oh yeah.
Hooray! Somebody picked it up.
Oh dear.
So there was a lot of that going on. And then he told me, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he said, "This is how I do it." It was a total revelation, fascinating,